Now, joining us now is Andy from Magneton Guitars in Switzerland. Welcome, Andy.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me.
So you're a guitar luthier. Whereabouts exactly are you based in Switzerland?
It's nearby Basel. We have a new workshop that I'm running with a friend of mine who's building archtop guitars, and me, I'm building electrics mainly. And it's the town is called Oberwil. It's quite near Basel. Just get Basel and you're there.
It looks an idyllic background behind you. Are you working from home? Do you have your workshop there?
No, I'm actually on holiday at a friend's house in South Switzerland, in the canton of Ticino, in a beautiful valley here. So we're just on holiday.
So it's a proper outside broadcast. That's great. So it normally takes many years for a luthier to get established, but I don't think you've been actually building guitars that long, but have created a really good name for yourself.
Thank you. The thing is, I play guitar for more than 30 years now, and I always had something to fix on my guitars. You know, I had Gibson guitars, Fender guitars, Gretsch guitars, all kind of guitars, and beautiful guitars, but none of the guitars was perfect. So I always had to change something until I came to the point where I said, well, I changed so much on that guitar, I have to build my own from scratch, which is a lot easier and leads me to in my opinion, to the perfect guitar. And that's where I started.
So you decided after all the troubles you were having to make the perfect Andy-proof guitar. How many are in the range?
Oh, that's a difficult question. I guess I have some, you can call it standard models. My Magnecaster, which is a combination of a Stratocaster and Telecaster design with my neck and my specs and stuff. And then I used to do some Coronados, which is a quite unknown Fender model from the 60s. And I just liked the shape of it, and so I built new ones in that style. But the thing is, if you want one of my guitars, you better custom order then. I have some stock, but the most fun part is to build a guitar for a guitar player, which I'm doing right now. I have 7 orders to fulfill, so quite a lot to build.
Yeah, I think it's hard for luthiers like yourself tinkering away, making high quality guitars. You cannot afford to keep a dozen, 6 even, in stock. And there's always that wow factor when the customer finally comes to pick it up and you get the buzz. Everybody has a buzz. Is there a model that's more popular than another? Archtop maybe, or a solid bodied guitar? What's the more popular?
Ooh, that's difficult to say. I guess my guitars are all kinda in the Fender world. They all have bolt-on necks, and so I guess it's my Telenovela model, which is actually a Telecaster. I call it Telenovela. It's a bit different from the Tele, but mostly a Tele. And I started to build some bass guitars as well, which is kind of funny. It was my first order for a client was a bass, but actually I'm not a bass player, so that was quite challenging, but it turned out good.
As we can see, they're classy guitars, high quality, very, very well put together, Andy. But you haven't actually been down like the mandatory guitar working courses, furniture working courses. These have just come out from your skills all of a sudden over the last few years.
I used to work as a professional graphic designer for 20 years, so you learn to work precisely on less than a millimeter, because your eye is schooled on that, and you can see it. Maybe that's the first skill that I'm taking with from the graphic design. The second is a feel for colors and color combinations and a feel for forms that go together well. That comes from the graphic design as well. And then I started to build my first electric with my father when I was 16. And my father was a great crafted greatly skilled craftsman.
So that's the crafty one now. That's where we get it from. It's been in your blood all this time. I'm interested in the tone woods because there's some nice colours there. Where do you source your woods from?
I discovered a good wood supplier in Switzerland, in the south of Switzerland. They cut their own woods, so it's local woods. It's very well dried, and they cut it at the perfect phase of the moon, which sounds kind of crazy. They cut it when the trees have the least amount of water in the trunks, so the wood is already dried, and then that's what sounds best in the guitars.
Well, you're obviously selling quite a few guitars, Andy, and I do hear that the option for the customer is to have one with a fusion bag.
Most of my guitars go to active players that play their guitars on stage, and they don't need a hard case. They just want to have a bag which is practical, it's lightweight, and protects the guitar well. That's what they want, and I think that's there's no better choice than Fusion for that.
Well, thank you so much, Andy in Switzerland, and all the best with Magneton guitars. I have no idea where we're going next. I've got to look at my list.